Thanks to those joining me live and to those that will be joining me on archive DStyleBoxing. Here, hit the notification button, hit that thumbs up button, support the channel. If you're listening on archive, leave a comment and tell me what you think. And reminder, live Q&A every Thursday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Mark it down on your calendars. Um, so I just have not listened to the whole thing. I'll finish this eventually, but I've just been doing one thing, do another thing. I was just in another hangout right now, but I'll finish listening to the whole thing. But first of all, this hangout was highly entertaining. That's number one. I was in the chat for a little bit. Right before I had to run some errands, but I was in chat for a little bit, but it was a busy chat, so I don't even think anybody even noticed me there. But I gave some of my thoughts from what I was listening to live there, but I just thought, you know what, I'm going to jump on here and give my thoughts on this. First of all, shout out to EJ Boxing Live, right? What he did, most people wouldn't have the balls to do, okay? It just wouldn't happen. That's just being honest. Like I would like to see EG Boxing Live and some other and AJ fans, like 5 or 6 of them, and one Wilder fan try and do the same thing. I'm not saying they can't, but not everybody could do it. So shout out to EJ. First of all, I'm cool. I've done like Game of Thrones, like which we never do. I don't think we did. I think we did one this year. Game of Thrones, post thoughts and stuff like that. So I'm down with EJ Boxing Live, man. He's a cool dude, and I will say that there was some instances where he did answer the question, and he was being accused of not answering the question. Okay, but you know the whole thing was entertaining, but nonetheless. Now he came on as quote unquote AJ's spokesman. Like now, man, that took some balls, man. Like because then you become responsible for everything AJ's ever said, which is what I noticed. But that's what you're calling yourself. And then of course he said, "No, well, I'm the unofficial spokesman." But nonetheless, I got most of EJ's points. You know, I got his points. You know, they weren't that hard to understand. But I just think, you know, it got heated, and I forgot who was it that was saying, "Oh, I'm ethering you" or something like that. You know, okay, but anyway, it was entertaining. I'll say that. You got to listen to the rest of it, of course. But I don't know if EJ, I'm sorry, was being sarcastic with this whole spokesman for AJ. I think his little we want to hit the Latino market thing. I think that went over people's heads. That was actually kind of hilarious. But shout out to EJ Boxing Live. All right, I will say that, and I wanted to give him a shout out because let's be honest, it was a pro Wilder chat, okay, and people, not that there wasn't some people on EJ's side, but it was a very pro Wilder chat. Nothing wrong with that, but that's what it was. All right. But man, I just want to see the fight, you know, and that's from what I heard from EJ. He wants to see the fight too. You know, it sounds to me like everybody wants to see this fight. You know, and this fight is not going to be settled in any other way than these two guys get in the ring. And to me, I think this is a good thing, man. I think what I saw this morning is what we need. You know, trash talking and all that is fine. What we don't need is animosity and getting personal and shutting down channels and flagging channels. That's what we don't need. You know, we need to start having a lot more dialogue, and so I think that's good. You know, and one thing I'm noticing there is somewhat of a shift here, and I think it's a good thing. More and more people are talking about this fight. Eddie Hearn said it's the biggest fight that could be done in heavyweight boxing. And I agree with him. So let's get this fight on. Let's get the fight on, man. I know Eddie Hearn wants, he wants to do promoting in the U.S. You do Wilder Joshua in the U.S. That's a good way to start. I'll tell you that much right now. But I don't have a problem with a fight being in overseas either. I think they should sit down. This is what they should do. This is what they always do. And this is what a lot of people don't even understand is. All right? Just do a bid. See who could pay up the most money. When Povetkin wanted to fight in Russia against Vladimir Klitschko, his promoter put up the money. Right? He put the money up. I forgot how much it was. I think it was like 20 million or something crazy like that. Right? So we'll see if Wilder's side puts up more money, then we can do it in Vegas or wherever in the US. If Hearn and that end puts up more money, then it's their venue. Money talks. Money talks and bullshit it walks, man. That could the venue and location could be settled easily. Right? Who's going to put up more than money? It's really that simple. So I really don't care. Like once that bell rings, ding ding, it doesn't matter where they're at. Like it's irrelevant. So I want to see the fight, and the fight's not going the distance. Okay, so we don't have to worry about no corrupt judges. Right? I'm not saying you don't hire the best judges possible. Don't get me wrong, but we gotta. I think it doesn't matter to me, but it's money talks, man. That's just the way it is, and that's going to dictate where the fight happens. Not our opinion on YouTube. Whoever puts up the most money, all right? And I know nobody here has that money, so we're going to wait and see who gets the venue, right? And in all honesty, Eddie Hearn has a little bit of the leverage there and so does Joshua, because they're going to make that money in the gate. They'll make up for that money, so they could invest in that. And if that benefits Wilder's side because he's getting that cut too. Whereas if you invest big money, right, on this end, then there's a little bit of an issue there. Okay, you might not make up as much of it. I just don't see the fight here in the U.S. anyway. Well, I could be wrong about that. You know what? Let me take that back. Maybe we haven't seen it since Ricky Haddon, but this fight, you might have the tens of thousands of UK fans traveling to the US for this fight. You might actually see that very similar to the way it happened with Ricky Haddon. Okay, when he fought Mayweather and even when he fought Pacquiao, right? Like you might see 10,000 UK dudes. Okay, we might have a scenario where the fight's in the US, but it feels like it's in the UK. All right, so, but nonetheless, it can be worked out. It can be worked out. So shout out to 78. That was a very entertaining hangout, right? And shout out to EJ Boxing Live, man. Okay, and let me see if I can open the chat really quick. Whoa. Let me hold on. I got that thing paused. Let's go to my channel. Well, if YouTube decides to hurry the hell up, right? What's up, Zone 6? Red Fox, what's up? Zone 6 says, that's why me, Boxologist, Boxing Talk, and Rilo created the Lions Den. I remember the roundtable, yeah. Red Fox, the real OGs, giving shout outs to those guys. By the way, nobody tell Rilo, right, that I had Coronas this last weekend, right? He'll be very upset that I drank some low-class beer, right? Zone 6, LOL. I know you see the post, and that's why you pause. I never look at the chat, bro, when I start a video. Red Fox, whoever country it is in, they'll have that political edge. It'll likely end up in the UK. I agree with you. The odds are it'll be in the UK. Zone 6 says somebody will go to sleep. Rascalot 222, Thurman shaking in his boots when he thinks of Spence. Well, we'll see, man. I'm not big on one fighter shaking on his boots. Fighters don't have that type of fear. They may have like a I don't want to lose my O and I lose money in the process type of concern, maybe. But I don't think fighters are like scared of confrontation and you know, throwing fists with other fighters. But that's your opinion. Okay, Bad Bart, that was an awesome discussion. Zone 6 Boxing UK would be good. Black Latin, Wilder received a lot of pub last weekend. His popularity is rising fast after that performance. Yeah, he's getting a lot of coverage, man. A lot. I mean, he made Stavern do that soccer slide. You know what I mean? Zone 6 calls Thurman the best, period. Like point blank, period. He's the best. He's up there. But now that Crawford is in the division, I'm not too sure about that. But we'll see. Crawford has yet to have a welterweight fight, so we'll see. Red Fox, LOL at Rascal trying to stir Zone up. Zone 6 says he can't stir him up. Bad Bart, I thought EJ did a great job of playing devil's advocate. I think EJ did a great job. He kept his composure, and you know, I think he did a good job. You know, it's and hey, Zone 6 says I will tell Rilo about the beer. Holy shit. Hold on, I missed a comment by Rascalot. That's because casual fans don't know Bermain. He is a bum. Red Fox, haha, that drink beer joke. Yeah, Black Latin says, don't count Thurman out, bro. Thurman has the tools to beat Spence. Rascalot to the 2, I just effing with him. Bad Bart, do you think Eddie Hearn and that whole interview, what do you think of Eddie Hearn, that whole interview with the Boxing Voice? Well, look, at the end of the day, there is one thing I don't get, and this is the thing, right? Because, look, I just did a video last night making fun of Eddie Hearn, okay? Now, all this could change, but I'm going to give Eddie Hearn the benefit of the doubt. It sounded like he wanted to make the fight. He said, social media and the fans really want this. I want to make this happen. All right. There really is no issue if he wants to make the fight. Honestly, I have zero issue with Eddie Hearn if he wants to make this fight. At the end of the day, now there's some people that still want to put pressure on Eddie Hearn. That's understandable, because these promoters, man, they're politicians at the end of the day, right? You know, you don't really know their intentions until it gets made, but I'm going to decide to give him the benefit of the doubt. At the end of the day, he did say, hey, let's make the fight happen, you know? So there you go. But I like the interview. It was cool. It was good to hear from Tyson Fury, too. Zone 6 calls Spence a mummy. Rascalot 222. Thurman won't be able to walk away from Spence. Red Fox, he's the best welterweight at the moment. Red Fox, Thurman or Spence, who's the best welterweight at the moment? A mummy like Foreman, says Rascalot 222 with crying faces. Red Fox Crawford may be fighting Hearn next. I want to see that fight. All right, Zone 6 is comparing Spence to Margarito. I don't really agree with that, but Spence has a much better jab, for example, and doesn't get hit as much. Black Lad and Rascal, you don't want to wait until Spence proves it before anointing him the best. Terence Crawford cherry picking Hearn, says Rascal. Well, it's his first fight at 147, and he's fighting a titleist who's undefeated. So that just beat Manny Pacquiao. So I don't really think that's a cherry pick, to be honest. Red Fox, I need some Tecate. I love Tecate with lime and salt. That'll piss the shit out of Rilo too. But that's what I like. I'm more Thurman and this and that. Zone 6 says Eddie looks like a fool right now. Well, he was put on the spot, that's for sure. Rascal 222, I got a Red Bull and Guinness for you at Rascal. You guys do know in the Red Bull bottle, first of all, Red Bull is terrible for you. But you do know that it says on the can, the Red Bull can, it says, do not mix with alcohol. And what's the first thing people did? They mixed the shit with alcohol. Anyway. Somebody said King something another. Okay, Hearn's shit. All right, Rascalot says, yes, Terence Crawford can beat Thurman. I just want to see him fight. Spence is a slugger like Margarito. Bro, Spence fights nothing like Margarito. Right? Red Fox says, LOL. Zone 6 boxing. Terence Crawford beats Spence as well. I agree with that. Joe Host, is it me or is someone disliking DStyle's video on purpose? Yeah, I've been noticing that. I'll get like a couple thumbs down just when I start the videos. But it's okay, man. I don't disable my thumbs up, thumbs down. The only reason I don't is because I don't want to go in there and disable it. I'm too lazy to do that. So people want to thumbs it down, go ahead, man. It doesn't bother me. All right. Rascal 222, I don't drink alcohol. Zone 6, Red Bull and rum. Black Latin, Red Bull and vodka. Rascal, I meant to say Terence Crawford beat Spence, not Thurman. All right. McGregor fan, somebody says. Red Fox, they made that rum and Red Bull song here. I never tried it. Never liked the idea of a stimulant and a depressant all mixed into my body. Spence is a slugger. DStyle says Zone 6 boxing. Spence has some really good fundamentals. All right. I don't think he fights anything like Margarito. Like, honestly. You know, I don't think they fight anything alike, to be honest with you. Now, is Spence as technical as like a Terence Crawford? Not really, you know, but I don't think very highly of Margarito, so that's probably why. But I just don't see how Spence fights like a Margarito. I don't see it, bro. Just don't see it. I know you want to link Zone 6. If in about 4 hours, if you're around, I could send you a link. But I'm about to wrap this thing up. So, as I said at the very beginning, I got to do this really quick. Black Latin, real quick, at D. Who do you have in a Spence versus Thurman? I think that's a great fight. I think it's a great fight, man. I'm really high on Thurman, and I'm high on Spence too. I think it's a good fight. I got Spence in a close decision. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a really good fight. Red Fox, close, but Thurman is quicker on his feet than Brook. Yeah, he is. Rascal, I know these drinks are poison, bro, he says to Red Fox. All right, guys. For those that haven't seen it, by the way, check out Eddie Hearn's Punch Out. All right. Nothing serious. Nobody take it serious. All right. right? It already got demonetized or whatever, but that's cool, right? I didn't check why it was demonetized. Probably using copyright shit, you know, but all right. I don't know that we're still selling Mike Tyson's Punch Out, but all right. There you go. Hold on. Really quick, guys. Rascalot, Zone 6, WBC and WBA, Latin. Spence Power's overrated. I think it's pressure. He's a pressure fighter, but he has no head movement. Zone 6, Thurman has more power than Spence and Brook, says Zone 6. Red Fox, why did they demonetize it? He says, oh, okay. Well, first of all, nobody knows nowadays. It's some of them just get demonetized, so I don't know. But I'm assuming it's because I was using the theme song from Punch Out. I'm assuming that's why, but I don't know. Who knows, bro? Right? Maybe it has the word punch and it's too violent. I really don't know. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. All right? I just want to see all these guys fight. That's what I want to see. At the end of the day, I just want to see all these dudes get in the ring and fight. I want to see an undisputed champion in every division. I want to see the best fight the best in every division. That's all I want. I'm not that complicated. Now that's very complicated to a lot of these businessmen and stuff like that on YouTube, but it's to me I don't think it's that complicated. Zone 6 is accusing me of ducking. It's been a while. Well, we'll get you on, bro. I come on live here a lot. You know, I'll get you on. I got to run some errands right now, right? But with that said, guys, agreed. I thought Brook was outboxing him before he took over. He's talking now. Well, he was, and you do got to question if that injury didn't happen. What could have happened? But that's a coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? What's up, Mr. Boxing Today? By the way, Mr. Boxing Today, we got to go ahead and shop it up on here, bro. Right? And Zone 6 is accusing me of quacking. All right? And, you know, duck, goose and all that good stuff. But it is what it is, I guess. With that said, guys, I just read the comments. Right? No boxing fan. About Mr. Boxing Today. We're not fans. We're businessmen. All right? We are involved in the lives of these fighters. All right? All I know, none of these fighters send me any money. All right? Like, I'm not getting a cut out of any of their pockets, so I could give a shit about that. I just want to see the best fight the best. Right? All right, guys. Peace out. All right? Yeah, you can. I don't got a problem with that. Anyway, I got to go. I got to run. Peace out, guys.